Greetings. This is Dr. Jay Burns at Resurrect Skin MD, and today is our first episode in a YouTube channel called Laser Guru. That makes me a little uncomfortable. I don't want to be self-serving or cocky or prideful, but I do have 35 years in the business. And the point is I get a lot of questions from physicians and from patients. And I've got, again, 35 years of experience in all kinds of technology and lasers. Lasers has led me into radio frequency, ultrasound, hot, cold, any way that you can get an improvement in plastic surgery with technology, I've been a part of, I think. And so we've gotten so many questions, and it's really what I'm doing at this point in my career a lot. So we thought it might be helpful to have a catchy title like Laser Guru. Again, don't want to be too cocky about that, but I do believe that I have some special expertise I'd like to share with you. So on this first day, I thought what we would do is just tell you a little bit about myself, just get to know me, because there's a million people out there like me that are giving you information and advice, but I want you to know that we're not trying to be salesy here. We're really trying to give good information, be honest and upfront and transparent. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to answer a lot of your questions. But let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Garland, Texas, in a wonderful family. I like to say a Norman Rockwell family. We had a great time and didn't have a whole lot of money. My brother and I were the only two children in our family. We're the first ones to go to college. And I went to high school there in Garland and went to Baylor University. And then at Baylor, I went into law because my brother was an attorney, but I always thought that I wanted to be a doctor. My dad was always very ill, and I didn't see it that way, but when I look back on it, he was in the hospital a lot. He lived till he was 70, but he fought a lot of illnesses, and we were around a lot of physicians. And they were more than just physicians. They were really good friends, and they were super caring, and so they were a great role model to me. So as crazy as this sounds, I thought that everybody in the world wanted to be a doctor, and those that couldn't be doctors went on to something else. True story. But that shows you how much I really thought being a physician was the ultimate and the highest profession. So I was also a little bit lack of confidence. I had a little bit of lack of confidence as I was growing up. No one, my wife wouldn't believe that now, but it is absolutely true. And so I didn't know that I was good enough to be a doctor. And so I went to school and ended up making good grades my first year in pre-law. And my roommate said, "You're crazy, go do what you want to do." And so I did, and I changed, and the rest is history. I went on and I got into UT Southwestern and spent 4 years there. And I realized that I clearly fell in love with surgery. I'm not a great athlete, but I always played sports, and the locker room was like the surgical room. And I also am wired so that if I see a problem, I just want to fix it. And I didn't want to guess around it or shake the box and guess what was inside. A surgeon wants to break open the box and figure out what's going on, and then repair the box and go home and go on to the next patient. And that's what I've done. And I thought I wanted to be a general surgeon because it was so varied, but I went to the University of Utah and did 5 years there and was board certified in general surgery. But what I found is that general surgery was a shrinking field, and getting into endoscopy and breaking it up, and there was colon surgeons and head and neck surgeons and breast surgeons, and I wanted a varied. And when I came in there one day on my plastic surgery rotation, and I saw that they were taking a woman's abdomen, taking it off of her body and making a breast, and it looked like a breast. When I saw a rodeo cowboy get his thumb pulled off and they put it back on, I was hooked. And it was just amazing. And so I knew that plastic surgery is what I wanted to do, and I've never looked back. I went back to UT Southwestern, which was the #1 program in the world. It's been the #1 ranked program in the world for the last 30 years. And I was lucky enough to get into that program. And I took an academic career, and I went to Harvard and did a vascular fellowship in vascular anomalies, and I was the first fellow that ever did that fellowship. They kind of made it for me when I called and asked them. And doing vascular tumors in children's, I had a long career treating kids, and it's been probably the most satisfying thing I've ever done in my career. And we'll share some of those stories of my kids along the way so you can get an idea of what I have done, and a little bit about me and how I really fell in love with my kids. But what that did is it got me into lasers. No one was doing lasers, and even the person I was training with, Dr. John Mulliken, who was the giant of vascular tumors, really didn't know much about lasers, admittedly, and didn't know if there was a place for it, but I did, and but I didn't know anything about it. So I had to have dinner with down the road here in Dallas is a Texas State Technical Institute, where there was some PhDs working and some people that knew a lot about lasers, and I would take them to dinner, and I'd buy their dinner, and they'd teach me about lasers. So I like to say that when in 1995, when the cosmetic applications for lasers came rolling in, if that wave kept rolling in, I was in the ocean already and knew about lasers and how they worked, and knew what a resonator cavity was and an excitation tube, and I knew about all of that, and the rest of the people were in the bar having a drink. It wasn't that I was smarter or anything like that. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and once again, God provided for me and blessed me in that way. So when the wave came in, I was ahead of the curve and caught that wave. And so the rest has been history, and I've been over the last probably 30 years, 35 years, I've treated kids with vascular tumors. I have treated cosmetic patients. I've written a lot about my techniques, and now I write, I've published, I work with most of the major laser companies and help them with FDA studies and bringing technology to market. I serve on their strategic advisory boards. I've been president of the largest laser company, the largest laser organization in the world clinically, the American Society of Lasers and Surgery and Medicine. I served as president in 2006 and was on the board for many years, and still am active in that society as much as I am in all of the national societies in plastic surgery. So I was proud to be a part of one of the largest, if not the largest, group in the country for many years clinically here in Dallas. And about 4 years ago, I made the best decision I've ever made, and I went out on my own and started my own practice, Resurrect Skin MD, where I could do exactly what I want, have the protocols I want, a staff that I wanted, where we prioritize service and care of our patients. And I've never been happier. Every day is just a joy. You may hear things in the background, and that's all my staff laughing. Just today, it was such a joy for me to see busyness out here and the staff going into the rooms and laughing with each other, and we just don't have chaos or drama, and I've been dreaming about that my whole career. It's really important to me. And then I was very fortunate about 2 years ago when a group of men came in and wanted me to be National Medical Director of a different business. So I'm a board member and on the ground level of a company called Cosmetic Physician Partners. We're not venture capital or private equity, but we've got a partnership where the physicians own more than 50%, and I'm the National Medical Director, and I help every clinic out with technology and make sure they're buying the right equipment with expertise, with culture, which is super important to me. So that's my credentials, and I'm going to be talking about all the things we offer here at Resurrect Skin MD. I'm always working with new technology with regard to bringing things to market. I've been involved with a ton of things. Just so you know what I've been involved with over the years, just to name a few, I was involved with the Ruby hair removal laser back in the late 80s, the pulse dye laser for treating vascular tumors, the very first one for treating kids' port wine stains, the Ulthera, Thermage, the Fraxel, Halo, Moxie, BBL, again, cool sculpting, highly involved with that, and it would go on and on and on. We've got 4 or 5 lasers here. They're not even out on the market yet. We think we're going to be introducing to you along the way. So the reason we're doing this is just to take someone like myself. There are probably others, but very few people have had the 35 years of experience I have. Published, lecturing. I do preceptorships where people from all over the world come and learn my techniques and get my advice on technology. I'm going overseas to do the first preceptorship in the United Kingdom in March. I just got back from London and gave a series of lectures over there. But here I've been sold out for the last 4 years on all my preceptorships. I do one every other month. And so we just want to share that knowledge with you as I've opened up my new practice, and they're trying to teach an old dog new tricks about social media and the like. I just have got on social media for the first time in my life, and I thought, how do patients navigate the multiple technologies out there and figure out what to do? And so I just want to tell you that I want to try to help you, whether you're here in Dallas and you can come see us, or whether you're in Canada or New Hampshire or California or Florida, in London, in Dublin, or wherever it is. I want to help you navigate that. If you're a physician following us, I'll be technical enough where I might help you with some of the technology that you're interested in. But if you're a patient, this is primarily geared for you, so that you can come to the Laser Guru and maybe get some advice and help, and it won't cost you anything. And so I just accept some time, but I'm going to try to make your time valuable. I appreciate your patience with me today, because I just wanted to introduce you to myself and get to know me a little bit. And we'll have some personal interest stories. We'll have a lot of technology stories. We're going to try to help you learn how to fish. I don't want to sell you a fish. I want you to learn the right questions to ask the doctors in the city near you. Try to get you to think differently and think about the right questions to ask, the right procedures to do, see if you're a good candidate. And so I hope this helps you. So welcome to the first episode of the Laser Guru, and I hope you'll join our channel and follow us. I hope to make it very interesting, and we'll go from there. And remember, I'm at Resurrect Skin MD here in Dallas, Texas, in Preston Center, and we look forward to spending some more time with you in the future. Take care.